is in session, a verdict is in.
Hi guys, this is my MG ZS EV. I have had this car since October first week. Right now we are in the end of Feb, so it's October, November, December, January, February. That's 5 months. Just want to talk about what I like about this car and what I don't like about this car. That's the interior. Sorry for how much mess this is. That's my office bag and office stuff. This is a sunroof. You have a full panoramic sunroof. It's a useful feature sometimes, but overall I don't know if it's something that will make your life. I thought it'll really make a big difference, but it hasn't done all that. I hardly ever use it. Only when I feel that my hair are a bit wet, I open it. But then you know how the sun is quite unrelenting. So right now it's late Feb. So in the summer, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm kind of concerned about it, but not too much. Just wondering, how that'll transpire. So far, for the months of October, November, December, it's been pretty good, not gonna lie. Now let's talk about the main feature of this car, and that is an electronic car. Being an electronic car, this car is, I can confidently say it's faster than all of these cars, than this Mercedes, than that Ford, than this Kia, than this Tiago. The other day I was racing with the Maybach, and the Maybach was able to give me a good tucker, but eventually I won. Now, I'm not a car enthusiast, I'm not a very fast driver, but this car is so smooth that you literally feel like you are not driving, but you are between driving and flying, because it's so smooth. Even when you fly, there's a rusty motor kick. That doesn't happen with the MG ZS EV. Let's talk about the internals now. Let's talk about how much mileage it gives you. First of all, this is the panel, and you have a lot of options, really, So one of the cool features is that when I'm driving this car and there's a car in front of me and it's going at 50 kilometers per hour. Yeah, sorry. So anyways, I was saying that, when you have this car, it gives you at 100% mileage. It will give you approximately 350 kilometers range, which is pretty good. Now, I don't use the sports mode for driving. I use the normal mode for driving, so that's not a concern really. And so that's pretty okay for me. I've done 4,675 kilometers. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. And the battery is one of the best things about this car. Now, I don't travel all that much. It's showing me a range of 373. I have never ever drained this to zero. In fact, I've never been less than 10-12% because I'm that kind of guy. Even with my iPhone, I always keep it at 80% or 90%. I just don't want to be dealing with, some delay, because let's face it, these things make you efficient. And if you're not efficient, and if you're not charging your phone, and if you're not doing all that, somewhere you're compromising on your productivity. And I'm not that guy. I don't live on contingencies. I like to have shorty. Before this, my previous car was an Elantra, and I had that for 8 years. I didn't want to change it. My dad forced me into getting a new car. So that was somebody calling me right there. So you can hear how beautiful the loud and clear the speakers are. Since we are here, might as well switch on the AC. I worked out, so I'm feeling a bit hot. Okay, so that's how the AC works. These vents are awesome. The dashboard is very good and premium. This Indian flag, recently my father installed it. This came with the car and I didn't think about taking it off. We have black seats, carbon fiber seats. I don't know what you call these. However, let's see how bad it's gonna be in the month of June. No matter what car you have, you're gonna suffer in June in Delhi. Having said that, I feel that it's gonna be fine. I'm not very concerned because the AC is very good, and I think I'm gonna be absolutely okay. Now, I live in South Delhi somewhere, and I travel to Noida every day, and for all intents and purposes, this car has been fantastic. I drive on average maybe 30 kilometers. I've installed an electric charger at my office, so I don't even look at how much I'm spending on it. But I don't think it's more than 200 units in a month. 200 units in a month means somewhere around 1800 to 2000 rupees. Now, I don't pay that bill out of my pocket, so I consider it zero. Like my traveling expenses, I don't even consider that 1000 rupees a month. So when you are getting this car, understand that your out-of-pocket expense will be zero. You will never be filling gas. So people say 1 rupees or 2 rupees per kilometer. I don't even consider that. I consider it 0 rupees per kilometer. When you buy an AC, you don't look at, oh my god, this AC is costing me 4000 rupees a month. Or even if you do, it's something you make peace with. Similarly, I've made peace with the fact that I'm probably going to use 200 units in a month at the very most. But realistically, it's about 150 units in a month because I don't drive that much. Driving is a breeze. Driving is a pleasure with this car. No matter how bad Delhi traffic is, you don't really mind, you know. See how smooth it is. It's such a smooth ride. There's no engine noise. Very good feedback from the steering. The steering is a major plus, major go in this car. You know, I really like the steering of this car. You know, gotta be a bit careful. No, I think my opinion matters because I have 5 cars. Wow, big deal, I know. But I have a Mercedes E-Class petrol, which is 7 years of age. I have a Skoda Rapid, which is 10 years of age, petrol, regular manual. I have a Hyundai Elantra, which I said is 2014, so it's 8-9 years old now. It's an automatic petrol. We don't buy anything but petrol cars. And then we have the Honda WRV, which is again 6 months old only, and it's a manual petrol. So those are my cars. Now I don't even think twice before sending my driver with this car, because if I can save a rupee, I'm the guy who will do it. And it's run 4,600 kilometers, so 4,000, give or take, let's say 4,700 kilometers. So around 50 or 500 liters of petrol I've already saved, which is about 50,000 rupees. But that's not why you should get the car. Now I'm going to tell you why you should get the car. Besides that factor, number one, it's an electronic car. You are future-proofing yourself. Number two, it is genuinely a very fast car. I mean, it is super fast. Number three, I have never in my life imagined that I will get this many stares. When you are going in an electronic car on the road, people look, man. Like, people look. Now, what kind of people look? The low-grade income and the middle-grade income look a lot. But even the rich people are always like a bit... They act like they're not staring, but they all are staring, man. They're admiring. Now, why are they admiring? Let's get out of the car and show you that. They're admiring because, you know, this is how the car looks. I mean, this is optional, by the way. I had to pay like 2,000-3,000 rupees extra for this, or 5,000 rupees extra for it, but I did it. Just look at the way this car looks from the front. That's where you charge it from. This is how the car looks. I don't see any better looking car on the road. None of these guys. None of these guys. Not your Fortuners. Weak engine. My car is faster. Go home. And even this car, dude, like, even look at, okay, the back is not the best looking. It looks a bit like, a bit scuffed up, but on the top, it looks brilliant. From the side, it looks brilliant. This electric logo looks pretty good. So, as you can see, and it's so much fun. Like, 6 months on, I'm still not bored. I still look forward to driving this car because it's such an experience. I've been driving since the age of 22. I'm 38 right now. And I can't tell you how much I like this car. So the other reasons you should probably get this car is for the factor that you'll have the coolest car on the road. Number 4, like I said, it has lane assist. So when you're driving and there's a car in front of you, it will match the speed of that car automatically. If that car slows down, your car will automatically slow down. If that car brakes, it's able to see what's happening 50 meters ahead of you. I think so. So that's a pretty cool feature. When you drive it, you get used to it. After 1 month of driving this, you will be super good with it. After 3 months of driving it, you will be very comfortable with it and you'll be able to fly with this car. When I first got this car, because I'm used to a sedan And I found the center of gravity a bit lopsided, like with all SUVs, including the Innova, which I was gonna buy. But man, this car is super fast. It's super cool. There are so many features. The sound system is very good for an entry level sound system. I haven't got it changed because they have scared me with the fact that I might lose on the warranty. The seats are very comfortable. The back seat is very comfortable. This thing can fold up, and you can have a fifth passenger seat. The way the inner dashboard and everything looks, and these materials used is very good. I love the way the AC vent works. Tomorrow, if I find that this is irritating me, I'm just gonna take a towel and put it on top of it, or I'll just this is a glass, right? So I can literally get this glass blacked out. That's completely legal. You can do that with your sunroof, right? Besides that, I love this car because I'm saving so much money on it. I'm not spending any money on the per kilometer. The coolness factor is there. The wow factor is there. It's very quiet. I like it. It's environment friendly. I like that. The steering is a brilliant 10 on 10 steering. The horn is a brilliant 10 on 10 horn. It'll scare anybody. Like, look at this. It's like a UK horn, like when you used to watch Top Gear. I never used to watch it, but you get my drift, right? Besides that, the pillion seat, the driving seat is very comfortable. The non-striker seat is plenty comfortable. Although I always like to be driven in this car. On the back seat, it's not that much fun. I'm more of a driver. Like, I like to drive myself, There's no light for the back seat, so keep that in mind. There's no light on the back. That's a bit of a demerit. Sometimes I feel that when I'm at 100, I'm not very confident. So I guess that's something to do with me. But at 100, I don't feel very confident. At 80, I'm totally confident. But at 100, I'm not very confident. Look, 350 kilometers range is pretty good. But it could have been 1,000. You could argue with that. If I have to charge this at the local place, it'll probably cost me about $800 for a full charge, or 1,000 rupees for a full charge. In 50 minutes, I can charge it from 0 to 100. Now, this place here is a wireless charger. This spot right here, this is an iPhone 10. And I'm just going to put it on top of this with the case. And it's starting to charge it. It does charge it. It heats your phone. I don't like to use it much. You have a USB-C fast charging port here. You have a regular USB-A port. You have Apple CarPlay. As you can see, I can simply connect this in Apple CarPlay. I can use a bunch of features. All of these options are at my disposal. The touchscreen is very nice and good to use. I love using Google Maps on it, and it works like a charm. There's podcast. It can read your messages in case you wanted to do that. There's Spotify, Apple Music. Everything works like a charm. It's a really beautiful thing. But this is constantly charging your battery. So if you are a battery nerd and you have a new phone, you'll have to let go of that. But then what's a 1 lakh rupee phone versus a 27 lakh rupee car? The car is more precious, right? Another thing I don't like about this, that I sometimes find that this flap is constantly flapping, and I don't like it because it makes a noise. Maybe it's to do with the plastic. You guys can tell me if I remove the plastic, will it help from both these sides? I'm not the kind of guy to keep plastic this long, but I've done it anyway. So yeah, man. So much to like. The steering is nice. The drive is nice. The lane assist is nice. The looks is 10 on 10. The horn is very good. The features are very good. I love the tires of the car. Another negative I want to talk about is the boot space. It's trash. Like, if you have more than 1 or 2 suitcases, you probably will have to keep the third suitcase in the front, and the 2 small suitcases will fit in the back. You can't even probably fit 2 large suitcases in the back. So I don't like that about this car. That's one slightly big demerit for me. But then I seldom travel with more than 2 or 3 suitcases. So it's a minor inconvenience. And I don't travel every day. But when I do travel, I'm a bit peeved. The application is very nice. I forgot to talk about the application, which is another 10 on 10 feature. I can literally check everything that is happening in this car and the way it's happening. I can literally see who drove the car, how they drove the car, did they drive the car well. The application is super good. I'm not going to go into the application right now, but the application is also a perfect 10. It has many features. It shows you how much time till it's complete, the battery is going to be complete, yada yada yada, all that kind of thing. It shows you where your car is. Supposing you forgot where you parked your car, this will take you to your car through Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever you use. It has an inbuilt navigation system also, which you never use. There is 3 years of warranty, and there's also 3 years of free internet. So this car has its own internet. As you can see, it's saying 5G right here. So I can use that. I can even talk to it. Like I can press this button.
I'm here.
Switch off the AC.
Climate control is off. Hi, how can I help?
Close the sunroof, please. And it's closing it. So yeah, little features it can do. I mean, it's just fancy, you know. I really like it. You can press a button here and do that. If you press this button, you can call MG. You can make a call using this button. This is for, I think, source. Okay, you can design that. Anyways, I don't ever use this button. This is very comfortable. The steering is very comfortable. Looks very good. You have all of these buttons here. The back seat is pretty decent. Really nothing much to complain about. In fact, there's nothing I can complain about. This has improved my life by 8 to 10%, and that is a lot. That is a lot, my friend. You will only know that once you know what I'm talking about. If you have no car, if you have a car which is getting very old, if you have like a 15 lakh rupee Skoda or a Hyundai, or if you have a 10 lakh rupee Swift or an 8 lakh rupee Swift or an i10, i20, I strongly recommend you get this car. Yes, there is a 6 to 8 lakh rupee difference in the price of this and the Tata, but the Tata looks trash, man. Why would you get that? Sorry, dude. I'm calling a spade a spade. Feel free to ask me 100 questions. I'm going to be here answering all of them for you. This has made me into a car buff, into an EV buff. This is the way to go, dude. And I'm so happy that I'm one of the early adopters, which is not very much like me. I always like to wait for the 4th or 6th generation. But now when I look at a diesel or a petrol car, it could be a 1 crore BMW 7 Series. I think what a waste, dude. I look at a Range Rover, I'm like, what a waste, dude. Like all that gas, all that sound. Even if you look at a Mercedes, which is diesel driven, dude, it's so noisy, man. Get it out of here. Get that trash out of my face, dude. You have an iPhone, right? Why the F would you go for a car which is not an EV, man? Go home, dude. No, don't go home, man. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys when I do. Peace out.